Good. Ow. I just whacked myself. Good morning, gorgeous. I have probably made a horrible, horrible decision. One of the people that I follow, and let's be real, a lot of people follow, is gorgeous, gorgeous Cassey Ho, Blogilates. And she has done some absolutely amazing things since starting over 10 years ago, and I love her, she's adorable, I like her little comic strips. Well, she decided to, kill me. And so did my followers, because someone brought up the fact that I do ab challenges. Now, I did a whole ab vent series. If you haven't seen it, check it out right here. And it was over 20 different ab workouts that you could find across apps and different things. And I'm not gonna lie, it got some results. And then, holidays happened and ruined all of it. And so I really thought, hey, it might be time for another one. And right around the time that I was thinking this, Cassey decided to say, hey, we're doing 1,000 ab challenge. No. I didn't say 100. I didn't say 10. I didn't say 50. I said 1,000. 1,000. And I'm not talking over a span of days like 100 a day. No. It starts with 100, and then to 200, and then to 300. And over a course of 10 days with no breaks, by the end of it, you'll be doing 1,000 ab exercises in one sitting. And I thought, well, you're just serving my failure up on a silver platter. I feel like that's entertaining. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I might die, but I might have a six-pack when I do. So Cassey, I'm in. Let's do this. This is before day one.
So with a challenge like this, I realized that it can be super boring and super repetitive, so I figured I would kind of speed my way through the first 10 days so that you can kind of see everything. It starts off with 100 crunches, the next day is 100 sit-ups, and then 100 crunches. I did that one outside. Day 3 is leg drops, so you do one leg drop, bring it back up, the other, back up, and you do that 100 times, and then, you guessed it, 100 sit-ups and 100 crunches. So by day 3, you are doing 300 moves, and remember, there are no breaks. It is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, all the way to day 10, no breaks, and adding 100 on top of what you were already doing, which I ended up finding that more difficult than the motions necessarily themselves, because of course I'm doing other workouts as well. Day 4, she added a move called Wiggles. It's kind of awkward, but luckily it goes pretty fast. It works your obliques pretty well. And then day 5 was toe touch crunches, which is exactly what it sounds like. I definitely found this to be difficult because I'm a runner, and so my knees don't like to straighten all the time, but we powered through. Day 6 was probably the biggest difficulty I ran into because I hate butt-ups. I just do. I cannot stand them. It was an exercise that a friend of mine recommended that I do in order to get my press up, which I'm still working on solidifying, and it just wears me out. Luckily, throughout this whole thing, if you watch Cassey's videos on her app, which is free to download, she walks you through everything and incorporates breaks and stretches in between. So she'll do 5 sets of 20 or 4 sets of 25 and incorporate those breaks, which really help. And I definitely needed that with the butt-ups. Day 7, she added in low helicopters. This is again one that can be done relatively quickly, which I liked. But again, that's 100 low helicopters, 100 butt-ups, 100 toe touches, 100 wiggles, 100 single leg drops, 100 sit-ups, and 100 crunches all in one day. Day 8 was hip twists. That's exactly what it sounds like. Day 9 is side plank dippers, so it was 50 on each side. And the day is finally here. Today is day 10 of Blogilates' 1,000 ab challenge. I will say that it has been a big time commitment on top of my normal workouts. Today, it is my only thing that I'm doing other than a push-up challenge that I'm doing at work. And I'm super, super stoked to see how this goes and how I feel afterwards. And more importantly, how my abs look. So let's get going. Day 10, she starts off with crisscrosses, which is that bicycle crunch style motion. And then of course, your side planks, hip twists, helicopters, butt ups, toe touches, wiggles, single leg drops, sit-ups. And to finish it off, crunches. In case anyone was wondering whether or not you sweat during this, you definitely do. And we're done. If you do decide to give this a shot, which I highly recommend you do, please note that by the end of it, you are making a large time commitment. That took me 45 minutes, and that wasn't necessarily going along with what she was saying. I was listening to her, but I was more going at my tempo, taking breaks when I needed them. I tried to push through as much as possible, but it still took me 45 minutes. So keep that in mind. Obviously, you are building up endurance the more days you do it in a row, but definitely something to take into account. Also, I don't recommend a ponytail unless you go super high ponytail, just for my ladies out there, a braid, pigtails, something like that, because you are on your back. And even with the braid, like you can kind of see that it is messing me up here. So don't judge me too hard on my looks right now. It did break a sweat though, and it's a cool day today. So it made me sweat for sure. Shall we take a look at the results? Okay, so this is the right after. I do notice a little more definition, not a ton. These are kind of high-waisted, so I'm trying to kind of show you. I do notice that there is some extra linear definition. I don't see a ton of change in my obliques specifically, but I can definitely tell that I've been working them. My core does feel stronger. I definitely think that I need a new mat because I don't have a ton right here, and when you're doing sit-ups, like you just tend to, even when you're pushing down into the ground, like your tailbone can kind of take a little bit of a brunt if you don't have a lot there. And so I was definitely kind of feeling that even with my super thick mat. The exercises were easy. She was easy to follow along with. It was enjoyable. It's fun that there were incentives like the frame for Instagram, because I know that's a big factor for people that they really like. And overall, like, you know, like I said, I think that it gave me some extra little definition, not a ton, but I still think that it gave me a workout, and I guarantee you it'll help me in my aerial. So anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope you really, really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Cassey Ho, for making this available to everyone without having them pay anything. In the time where a lot of people don't have jobs or have lost their jobs or their hours have been cut, it is really helpful to the community. You are always such a bright light. So anyways, thank you again, guys, so much for watching, and until next week, bye, gorgeous.